You should be sending,
because you're the
right?
man.
Oh,
Should
you
I?
should be sending. You're doing opening. Yeah.
Hey, nobody watches the first minutes anyway. I told you all that. Y'all don't believe me. All right. Why is my green screen messed up? Well, maybe I can fix it. I can fix it over. All right. How are you guys doing? Christine Bell, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. It's great to be here again. I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Likewise. I love it. Mr. Lion, look, I'm pushing buttons, Lion. But look, fix me. There you go. I told him I wasn't going to push buttons. Took
Good.
5 seconds. I'm over here pushing buttons.
That's you, Mike.
Man.
You say things and then you start going and everything happens.
You know, again, if I wasn't bringing a lot of value, I couldn't pull this off, man. Y'all wouldn't, nobody signed up for this. Let's be honest, all right? But that's what we're about. So, Mr. Lion, did you do anything this last weekend or this week that's noteworthy or fun?
Yeah. I've been working on the back end building a website for my wife. She just opened up her coffee store. So that was
Sweet.
pretty interesting. Yeah. So that was
Awesome.
pretty interesting. So if anyone drinks coffee and wants some, hello.
Oh, love coffee, man. I even like fake coffee. Decaf. Decaf. I think decaf, that's German for baby cow, right? No? Nobody.
my my wife heard you. She said that's a waste of coffee.
Well, they got half calf now. So apparently that's been a thing. I've been just mixing two and trying to do it myself.
Mm.
Um, Mark Reed said, "Oh, he said, do you ship coffee to Japan?"
Yes, we will. We do have international
Oh,
shipping.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Very
Mhm.
good.
Check that out.
And does she have a store, an actual brick and mortar store as well, or is it all online selling
It's
coffee?
online. It comes direct from the coffee factory, so it doesn't ship out until actually it's brewed, or not brewed, but put together, and then it
Yeah.
ships. So
Wow.
yeah, it's fresh.
Very nice. I
Nice.
should get them. My husband loves coffee, so I'll find out the website. You can send it to me and I'll let him know and he can check it out.
You got it.
It's all about
Hey,
supporting the people we know and love.
so here, you don't feed the kangaroo Skippy. You don't feed him coffee, right?
I don't think so. I've never tried to feed
Okay.
the kangaroo. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know. They just jumping up and down in the car, chewing on the internet wires, right? That's what I'm like,
It's
dude.
Australia. Welcome to Australia.
No, I'm not. I'm okay. I like to watch it on Zoom and stuff. I'm good. I like to watch Crocodile Dundee. It's scary, man. Y'all got big giant birds that just picking people up. People still going to the beach. I don't know. All right,
Only
so you
up
think
very
we,
north. That's very north. Only up very north on the tropical beaches. Be aware.
you know, it's the same thing I said. I'm library tough. I'm like monastery tough. I'm not jail tough. Like so I can go out in our wildlife. That's kind of like fifth grade. You all got some serious. That's like the West Coast. Like I don't mess with Oregon. Man, they got some scary wildlife. I'm I don't know. That's why they carry 50 cows. Because yeah, you got to be ready. They don't play right there. So y'all ready to roll the intro? I think we got people trickling in. Y'all want to do this?
Yeah,
Let's
sounds
do
good.
it.
Let's do this. Let's get done.
All right, go.
Let's roll it.
Are you looking to grow your business and your mindset alongside a fun and awesome pack? Grab a chair and your favorite beverage and join Mike Ashebrainer, the business mechanic, and his win-win network for the Hounds of Business Happy Hour.
Oh my goodness. We got somebody here now. Mark Reed was here. Anybody else here with him? Oh,
Jackie.
Jackie Hub.
We love
Yay. And
Jackie
you
as
just
well.
interviewed Jackie.
Yesterday was awesome. And I was going to tell her afterwards, I got the best stats I've had so far on my live chats and put it down to Jackie being awesome as well. So it was awesome. I sent them to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She was I did watch the replay. That's why I didn't hear you say target market one time. And I was very sad. But Jackie is doing some amazing things. She's just a super big-hearted person that just goes out there and just makes a lot of good happen. So everybody, go and follow Jackie Hallberg. Her Sunday audio is amazing. So on that note, let's go ahead and spotlight some all-stars here. And these are pack. These are all pack members in the Hounds of Business or Friends of the Hounds, right? So first up, Avil Beckford. She is fantastic. Her Leadership Academy, and she helps busy professionals. She does a lot of things. So go check this out. Scan the QR code. But she does a lot of stuff. She had a really great webinar today. She helps busy professionals read better, faster, does all kind of stuff. She has a big repertoire of things. So everybody go follow her, AVIL, all right, Beckford. Go follow her, scan the QR code. She's got a bunch of offerings. Super sweet lady, man. Super. She's been around the pack probably almost since the beginning of the pack. So we want to root for her and just go out there and see all the offerings she has. And just her accent alone. That's just enough reason to have a chat, but tap into her value. She brings a lot of unique value out there. So everybody scan that, and really thank you, Avil, for all you do. You're fantastic. Oh, and this lady. All right. Y'all hear me say stuff and y'all don't believe me. Remember I say we try to catch Joe Rogan and Oprah before they become like known as Joe Rogan and Oprah. Here we go. There's another one. Sandra Gonzalez. All right. Sexy Confidence. She's got an empowerment retreat coming out in May. All right. So May 17th to the 20th. Wow. This is the big deal here, right? People work hard. They take a retreat, but most people take a retreat to learn, right? CEOs, business owners, people going next level. You guys got to check this out. Let me get this right. All right. Because Lion's here. All right. Drill instructor, Marines, right? Drill instructor, proper terminology. I got you. All right. 20 something years. All right. So this lady walks the walk and talks the talk, both of it. And that's why I admire her. All right. She's led people. She's done it. She's been there and done that. And now she knows how to apply this to business and life. So there's nothing that she's got that can't benefit somebody. All right. I love it. I've benefited from her many, many times. So everybody go check it out. May 17th to the 20th. Sandra Gonzalez, speaking engagements. She does it all. She's traveling nonstop. That's the only reason I get to talk to her when she's got a transit, right? She's in between airports or something with CJ, Dr. CJ. So scan this QR code. Go follow her on LinkedIn. All right. 2 Z's, Sandra Gonzalez. And wow. And thank you for your previous service and sacrifice, Sandra, and your current, what you do for people, what you do for me, the Hounds, everyone. Hats off to you. You're an amazing person. Thank you. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. Where's my Isigator at? Dang, gummit. Where's she been at? All right. Well, she's over here getting her things together. She has found her passion again, right? Rebel sales. Right? Because when you manage salespeople, it's not the same as managing customer service or other people or even, up supervisors or mid-management. They're their own breed. They're just in there, get the commission, get out. Right. So she is really specialized. She has a lot of experience in that. She knows how to speak the language. She knows how to make your job easier and more profitable for the sales staff. So whether it's a small startup or whether it's a mid-sized large company, she does that. She has a lot of experience and she's fun to work with. All right. Because y'all seen her in here, right? So Isabel, we can't wait to have you back. I know she's going to be back in the saddle next week and doing a lot of great things. Thank you for all your support with us, all you do for everyone. All right. Isigator. That's right. So she's my emotional support alligator. She still don't understand, but yeah, she's amazing. We'll figure that out. All right.
She's just a beautiful soul.
She really is. She is. She's a good person. And, business, yes. But we have life, man. Things get messy. And both you and Isabel have really been instrumental in helping me, kind of see the light. When you're in leadership, it's really difficult sometimes. And a lot of that emotional support goes a long way. Right.
We all need it. Hey, we all need it in business, especially when we're on our own and it gets a bit lonely. There's nothing better, which is why the Hounds are great. We actually get to find people we connect with. And there is both, practical support, skill set support, but also emotional support and friendship.
That's right. It's like I always say, and you make sure you write this down, people. It's lonely at the top.
Yeah. But
it's lonelier at the laptop.
Very true. Very true. Well said.
Did you make that up?
I did not.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, I didn't mean to call you out like that, man. Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's some fortune cookie wisdom right there, man. You should. I won't call you out next time. All right. So, would you like to tell about you, or do you want me to tell about you?
You let you tell.
Okay.
You can
So
talk
this
about
is
me.
one of the things about the hounds of business that somebody comes to me. I did the math. 75% of the people who want to hire me for sales, marketing, LinkedIn, or whatever, I end up kicking to someone else. That's the problem people face. They end up hiring all these coaches, and I'm not saying there's wrong with the coach, but if you're a bald person and you go to a hair salon, that's pretty much a waste of time, right? So what we like to do and what I like to do is to say, okay, what is your problem? Like a medical doctor, right? Dig into it. And so once we find out what the problem is, maybe I'm not the solution. So 75% of the time I tell the client not to hire me. That's the craziest shit you ever heard, right? But they go out to a hound that does have it because we did the diagnosis. Does that make sense? And guess what? I come in number 3. I got 2 projects. And so Christine is there because once someone outgrows their job, so most of us are entrepreneurs. We own a job, right? We don't have staff and we don't have expansion. Once you outgrow that, right, you can either just let the 20 clients lay around and you can just kind of flop around, or you can get with her. And what she does is build this structure, this overarching like aerial view. So you can understand exactly what you need to do from the top down and the bottom up.
Yeah.
So anything business strategy, if you're new to business, you think you're going to do your job, but then you got accounting and all this other stuff, right? It just blows your mind. She makes it simple and she gives you the play. And the play by play, like a football, like a playbook, right? And so if you're kind of flopping around and you're like, I don't know what to do next, my marketing, blah, 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 website, go talk to Christine. She'll simplify this for you. Consultation is amazing. You get a lot out of it. Did I miss anything?
Thank you. No, I love that. So it's really all about making sure that you align your offer and your marketing with your customers' real needs. So really get clear on your messaging, get clear on your competitive edge, get clear on your target market. Get clear on the key parts that will make it really. I did say it. I said target market. Yeah. Happy?
Target market. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. So if you hear dadgummit and target market, you have to take a sip. All right. So we're going to fix.
Can I just tell people that you leave me messages on WhatsApp just saying target market and then you put LOL. So you're having fun, and I get these messages, random little messages.
Just target market, just out of nowhere, because it's the most Australian thing you say. All right, so now let's get to it. We got just 2 more. Susanna Don, right, doing all this work on the anthology. Her and Dr. CJ, Level Up Academy, unbelievable, right? It's like PB&J. When they put the PB and the jelly in the same jar, it blew my mind. That's what I feel about with Level Up Academy and the Hounds. Coming together, collaboration, explosion. So Susanna Don is a big driver behind that. And this is sponsored by Level Up Academy. So again, what's her thing? Shredding boxes, getting out of the box, right? People have been telling us we should be this and do that. You especially when you're going to start a business. Big visionaries can't stand it. So if you feel like you're stuck and you're trying to break free for something, right? Go talk to Susanna, right? So she's got one in March 5th at 10 a.m. So that's, let's see, 1 Eastern time. All right. So 10 a.m. Pacific time on the West Coast. Go check her out. Lots of wisdom there. I absolutely love being on her show. I love being a part of the show. I love being just the audience member in that. So much wisdom, because we think we have a business and marketing problem. Oftentimes we have an inner problem, like our tapes or negative stuff is going off, and it's keeping us back from having that, sexy confidence, like Sandra would say, right? You can't be confident when you're all broken and confused and, you're a dog trying to meow. So she helps you get unstuck and work through these issues so you can go out there and change lives like you're meant to do, okay, through your business, all right, and life in general. All right, so thank you, Susanna. And then the last thing, that's me. Look, the Hounds is exploding. We went from level 1 to 6. I'm playing catch up like a hamster wheel. This is the time to get on the ground floor. That Level Up Academy, Dr. CJ brought her publicity hub into the Hounds. We've got multiple top level leaders doing amazing things. People are getting business, getting paid, helping each other. That's the fun part. I helped 3 people get business and I got business. So here's the tenet of the Hounds. Instead of waking up every day worrying about what I want and how I'm going to get clients or whatever I need, I go out there and target the right people, right? Like Christine and Lion and Claudia and all these superstars. And guess what happens? I get more than I expected to get, and more than I would have gotten if I just focused on me. Okay. So if you're looking for a pack, you're looking to get unstuck, it doesn't matter. You could be starting new to business. You could be working on your second 20 million. I don't care. All right. The resources, and we've got all that stuff. But what makes us different is that we're heart-centered. All right. Our heart-centeredness with our collaboration is like a gas with a flame. Boom. All right. That's why we're special and unique. And look, if you love people and you want to grow your business, hey, scan the QR code, hit somebody up. All right. The hounds in there, just let them know you're a hound. Type hounds in here. And by the way, network in here. Don't pitch slap. Don't spam people. But network. Get to know each other. Follow each other. Right? Comment to each other. Ask questions to the panelists. We got some amazing guests, hounds, new hounds, brand new. All right. Little pups, about 6 months old at max. All right. This is going to be a great time. So make the most of it. Have fun in here, guys. This is for you. Okay. So let's cut before we get to Becky. We have to bring up the lady that I got to spill the beans. Let's bring her on up. Barbara.
Hey, Mike.
How are you doing
How are
today?
you? I'm just fine.
Good.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
You don't even know why you're here, do you? I just said show up and you
Not
did.
exactly.
Yeah. So here's why. I've had people, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody, y'all joke about this in the comments because it's funny. Everybody say, oh, Mike, you write so well. Oh, that write-up was great. I said, yeah, no, I ain't write that. I'm a broken speaking spell, for Pete's sake. So you help me. This is what I love the hounds. If we have holes in our boat, our weaknesses, things that we're not that great at, I got a Barbara for that. I got a Christine and a Lion for that. And then when they got some need that I can fulfill, guess what? I go and use my talents for them. So thank you, Barbara. You're the reason that I have good things and emails and content. So tell us, how long have you been doing writing services and copywriting? Tell us a little bit about what your experience is.
Okay, sure. Well, I've been doing business-focused content writing for about 15 years. I currently ghostwrite for CEOs, executives. I've written for Forbes Council, quite a few Forbes Council articles. I've been in the business world for 40 years myself, had a variety of jobs, and that gives me a really good, well-rounded exposure to write for pretty much anybody and anything as far as business. And anybody listening might think, well, that's really nice, but how can that help me? There's two ways. Everybody here in the hounds has their zone of genius. That's what they do really, really well. Mike, you have what you do. Christine, you have what you do. Lion, you do something. Everybody does something. And that's what they want to focus on. But when they need something written that detracts, it could be blog posts, articles, maybe something promotional. It could be anything. But that detracts from what they really want to be doing. Come in. I can help you stay in your zone of genius because I can help you. And I literally anything related to business. I've written for so many industries, unbelievable, pretty much all over the map. So whatever it is you do, I can write that. The other thing I can do is if you have an idea for your business and you think, oh, that would be really cool, but I don't know how to put that into words. I don't write that well, or I don't have time for it, or whatever it might be. I also like brainstorming and collaborating with people. And I would love to collaborate with lots and lots of hounds to help take their businesses to the next level. Because it may not seem like it with content writing, but I'm really wildly creative. When I get the creative energy together with someone else, it's just really cool what can happen. And I look forward to doing that with a lot of people here in the hounds.
Yes, ma'am. And again, you scratched this up in a commercial break or something. Like, it would have took me days to come up with this. And you're just so talented because you wrote for people. You wrote for leadership, right?
Yes, yes.
Really some top level folks. But you're just so dynamic. You took mine and just figured it out. I couldn't believe it. So what do you enjoy doing the most? Like, if somebody came to you and said, hey, I want to hire you for a project, what is your dream project? What is it that would excite you the most?
I really like when someone has a vision and they know kind of what they want. They can see it. They can't figure out all the way to the steps to get there. They don't even know how to put it into words, but they know where they want to go. I like brainstorming with people like that. And the other thing I enjoy is someone will say, I have, a new product, a new service. I'd like to get I'd like to get that out there. I'm not quite sure how to do it. And for this, I'd probably collaborate with a couple of other hounds, and Christine, you'd probably be one of them. But I'd really like to do both of those things. So, you know, big picture vision type stuff. And then how do I do like the steps? How do I get there?
Yeah, we'll figure it out together. Dadgummit. But hey, if you need help writing stuff, emails, right? There's nothing worse than having something great and then you can't communicate it. So nobody's hiring you. Nobody's doing it because you don't know how to communicate it. It's like me, right? I can say a bunch of stuff, but writing it down, no. So, Christine Bell, you have anything before we let the good Barbara
I was just gonna say I love getting to know you, Barbara, and everything you do, because you know there's so many new hounds that I'm not on top of everyone what they do. And you know what? You are a perfect fit for me because I do strategy, but I am certainly not a copywriter. And so there's a full synergy in terms of, you know, when one person does something well, then you'll do the next part really well in terms of executing it too. So I love that. So I'll keep that in mind.
I will, Christine. And I also have a marketing degree, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I have a lot of marketing background. So I think if the two of us got together, it would be amazing.
We'll have to chat one-on-one because I think absolutely right. There's definitely synergy there.
Very good. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right. So anybody needs a copywriter or something, or people are unsubscribing to your emails, we'll call Barbara, see what she can do. So we appreciate you so much, and we will have you back really quick and love having you. You haven't been in the hounds very long, right? What?
No, maybe a little over a month or so. Yeah.
There you go. You know why I picked you? Because you show up. I can't pick somebody I don't know exists, right? So I love when people just show up. They said, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Just be there. We'll find something for you to do. That'll help your business grow.
Yes.
So,
well, Mike, thanks for giving me a few minutes. And I know we all want to hear from Becky, so I'm going to turn it back to you for that.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, hey, we'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much. Go hire and go talk to Barbara. She's unbelievable. All right. So I guess I'll do the honors and bring up. Now, I can't say her last name because I'm just me. So, Becky, please tell us how to say your name properly so I don't look worse than I normally do.
Becky Rentzel-Galaviz. It's a hyphenated.
Yeah, it caffeinated. That's my style. All right. Mm-hmm. How are you today?
You know what? If I were any better, I'd be twins for sure.
Oh, my goodness. So let me give a little feedback and you interject here. So you worked for, many decades, right? How many years did you work at McDonald's?
Four decades. So I know I don't look that old, but I literally started on my 16th birthday.
Yeah. Well, me and you must have the same Avon lady because yes, you don't look 40 decades to work anywhere. Yeah. So good for you. And you bring a lot of energy and you worked your way up. Like, did you work in the, regular McDonald's restaurant? And, tell us about that journey. Cause I love that story.
Yeah. I literally started on French fries and then ran the restaurants. And while I was never going to work for McDonald's, like past high school. All my friends worked there. It was super cool. And I just fell in love with it. So went to school and ran restaurants at the same time. And then I found myself just rising in the corporate ranks and ended up running markets and doing learning and development, which is my passion. I even had a chance to travel around the globe doing some learning and development. Yeah, super cool.
Wonderful. Yeah. So now, so now you're in what? Leadership, where you help organizations grow, right? So you drive growth, and tell us about what you do today. Like, how did that experience bring you to today? Because you're your own boss now. You have your own business.
It's so crazy. Instead of working for a corporation, I decided at the end of last year that I was going to hang up my spatula, which is what we say after many years at McDonald's, and do my own thing, like do the leadership development that I've been doing for many, many years, but helping people that need help and not being, directed to go work on this project and do that. I just really want to help people discover their own leadership voice and have fun doing it.
Absolutely. So let me go ahead and cut to the chase, right? So I don't know much about it, even though I'm kind of a circus monkey, but I remember we had Meredith Grundy, right? So she used to do improv, and now she's speaking on national stages all over the place, right? So how did you get into improv, and then how in the world did you combine, your experience and now your new business? How did improv come into this? Like, what is improv?
Oh my God. So I took an improv class as part of a training to be better at my job, to be better at extemporaneous speaking. And at the end of that class, I was driving home and I thought, oh my God, I just feel like I was like on a recess. Like that was the most fun. I didn't have to think about what happened yesterday or what's happening tomorrow. I could be in the moment and I had so much energy. It absolutely changed my life. So fast forward, I get transferred down to Dallas. That's where I am, just outside of Dallas, Texas. And I had to drop out of comedy school and then picked it back up. And I'm telling you what, I have not looked back. If everyone could just enjoy life and be a leader the way improv teaches you to, they wouldn't call work. It'd just be all play.
I love that. That is just fantastic. And you know what? If I can just tell a little story, when I started on LinkedIn, actually putting myself out there, yeah, someone said to me, Edward Sears said to me, you got to do videos. I'm like, do I have to do videos? So I put up a camera. I sat here in front of my screen. I had my whole script and I was reading it out. I had to do like 25 edits. Yeah. I put it out there. And, it did okay. And then someone actually that I didn't know on LinkedIn said, hey, can I speak to you? And it was an actress. And she said, hey, start doing improvised videos. Do not have a script. Just do it. And she said, just practice. And I'm like, really? And I did. And now I have never have a script yet. And you know what? There's so much confidence that comes from when you are like in the moment, when you're actually paying full attention, which is what I think you're talking about in terms of improv. You live in the moment, don't you? You're right there and you're available. You're listening, you're seeing, you're hearing people.
Yeah, you don't plan anything. You learn that you need to listen, and listen not just to respond, which in business, how many times you're in a meeting and somebody's like raising their hand, they got an answer before you even finish saying what you're saying. And yes, and means I always tell people when I do improv workshops for leaders, and I say, there's the yes ands. And then how many of you like go to meetings with a bunch of butt heads, right? They say yes, but that means nothing you said before really matters. And be there in the moment for that person. Improv, you have no agenda. You go up and you say, I need a suggestion. And then you just go and you just have each other's back. My husband and I do improv comedy here in Dallas on occasion. And it's definitely good for the relationship to be able to listen and have each other's back.
And it sounds like a lot of fun too, yeah, because it's comedy. And that's a whole nother ball game than just in business. I think comedy takes it to the whole next level in terms of being funny at the same time, because you're looking for a response as well.
Yeah. And a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that because I'm just not funny. You know what? Life is funny. Like anything. You could look at, the blue sky, and there's something funny about the blue sky, or the outhouse. There's something definitely funny about the floppy hat. You don't even have to have an agenda. You just show up and talk about life, and it gets absurd.
And that is a real mindset shift I think you're talking about right there in terms of how we approach life. It's much bigger than just showing up and speaking from the hat. It's about how we live life, isn't it?
Yeah. And another one is there are no mistakes in improv, only gifts. So you might get up and say, oh, I said something wrong. That's a gift. And in business, people are so risk averse. They're afraid to say what's on their mind. They're afraid of making a mistake. So therefore, people aren't as authentic as they can be. So giving people a forum to practice, especially like it's in a workshop, it's incredibly fun. I had one a month ago, and the business owner said, these folks have talked more in the past 2 hours than I've ever seen them talk to each other. And they had so much fun. Their cheeks were bursting. they had never been in a situation where they could just be themselves and not worry about what they were saying and just go with it.
And talk
Wow.
about freedom. Yeah, it's so freeing when you do it. And I'll say, from my perspective, and people on here who are doing live events, yeah, they're quite scary. But I never, and I'll just give a good point right now. I never, ever, what do you call it, prepare anything. I never prepare anything for my snappy chats. I don't even really ask what the challenge is. You know, I say have a challenge, but I only ask about it when we actually talk just 5 minutes beforehand. Yeah. And Mike, I hope you don't mind me saying this. He just put in the private chat, read the question. I'm like, what questions? What are any questions for? We're here chatting. Yeah.
Oh man, we don't need questions. She is rolling on this because every time she speaks, I got like 60 questions. Like, so first of all, funny
Exactly.
finds me. You got that right. People ask me like, well, what content? Like, I'm having trouble coming up with content. I don't know where you live. If you walk around my neighborhood for 5 minutes, man, there's content everywhere. Dude, especially in Christine Bell, there's kangaroos like just chewing on doorknobs and stuff, man. Like, so let me ask you a question. It's funny you say that. Like, people don't feel, especially in corporate settings, right? Because that's what you work with, as departments and big companies. So it's a cultural thing. So if your boss and people are just kind of like this 9 to 5, they have this kind of, leave me alone attitude. Do you find it like, what happens after the session, right? Does the culture really change overnight? Like, everybody's happy and talking in 2 hours, but when they come back tomorrow, does it go back to the same old same? Like, what happens?
Yeah. You know what? The leader really does set the stage for the environment. That's why leaders need to understand who they are and what their preferences are, and that not everyone is like them. That's some of the other things that I work with leaders on is, you may have a preference. You may be an introvert and they may be an extrovert. They're not the same. So you as a leader, you need to meet people where they are, but at least coming back from the workshop, you have a common platform to start with. You've already opened up the bag and people are now able to breathe, and you can just only go from there. So it's kind of a jet propulsion, I guess I would say. Yeah.
Nice.
Wonderful. And what are some of the ways that you teach people to just come into themselves and let go of all this? Oh my God, am I going to ask the right thing? Am I going to say the right thing? This is what I want to get to. How do we stop the mind from going into overdrive?
I put them in a game-like situation. So it's a workshop where people are just doing a game. We might do a yes and you practice listening and then waiting to that very last word, and then you have to say yes and build upon it. We do something called an emotional roller coaster where or family portrait. That was one that I did at the last time, where you got 5 people together and then somebody from the audience yelled out Kardashians, and they automatically had to jump into position and look like a family portrait of Kardashians. There's no mistakes. Somebody could have just gone like this, right? And it works. So I give them the exercises so that they can practice it. Yeah. And it's totally out of context for the business, so they feel really safe. And by getting the boss involved too, they feel uber safe, because it's not like there's somebody in the background watching them. There's somebody playing along with them and having fun.
Yeah. And having fun is just the most fantastic thing we can do in business and life. Yeah. Because it puts everything into perspective. It makes us just breathe and go, okay, let's live life and let's live in the moment.
Yeah. Everyone, life can be tough. And the world around us, there's so many stressors, and you go to work and then you get more stress pounded on you. There's time when you just need to enjoy and have fun and like the people that you're working with. And if you don't get totally along, be who you are and be honest and be truthful, because you'll build that relationship.
Right. Wow, there's so much here. I don't even know what to say. Like, you got me speechless. That never happens. Wow. So let me go back. So you come in, again, I assume that leadership at least is aware that they have a problem, or they would like to improve culture, retention, cost, all that kind of stuff. But have you ever encountered where the leader is the problem. So the whole team is on board, but the leader is the one holding it back. And if so, how do you handle that? Because that could be very frustrating. They're going to blame you, right? Like, what do you do?
Well, I don't know that they necessarily like blame me. When I go in, I don't go in and find a problem to match the solution that I'm bringing.
Right.
It's not just one thing. I talk to the leader and say, what's your desired outcome? What do you want to accomplish? A lot of times they say, you know what, I want to have a relaxing, good meeting where people learn something. Okay, I've got something fun. Or I want people to understand better who they are and where they're coming from, so that they can like understand they have unconscious bias. They come to the table thinking things. That's a different situation. But just by meeting with them, and then hopefully, not even hopefully, 9 times out of 10, the leader will get this information and they'll start to marinate over it and go, oh, wait, it's me. I'm the problem. And they might not say it out loud, but they might say it to somebody else saying, ooh, yeah, we need to get better.
Oh, dadgummit. Yeah, the look in the mirror. You know, that's where, to me, that's the ultimate next level of a leader, is when you go, hey, it's you. I mean, you're the leader, right? I mean, if something's happening that you don't like and you're the boss or you're the leader, that's you. It's called personal responsibility. So let me ask you this. What is it that would make a company or a department head or a leader reach out to you? Is it, they're trying to attract new talent, they want their culture better, or they're trying to decrease retention costs? So what is it out there? Because we got people listening, that are in corporate. So what is it that they would say, hey, I would like to talk to Becky, see if she can help me?
Yeah. A lot of times there's some retention or morale issues, and the team is just not as high performing as the leader knows that they can be. They might be just stuck. So they just need to get unstuck in order to get to that whole next level. They need to not worry about, things in the past. They need to move forward. And a lot of times leaders will say, hey, I want to bring my team together, do something educational. And then they realize after that, oh, we were stuck. Now we're in a whole new place. So, and leaders plan development for their folks, targeting that target market. It's important. Like,
I was waiting for that to come.
Yeah, don't bring somebody in to teach them how to play baseball if what you're really having trouble with is teamwork.
And so do you find that you have to work with their mindset sometimes, that some people will be like, no, can't do that. No, don't want to do that. Like that sort of resistance when we have to move beyond ourselves. Yeah. Or are they, because it's so playful, that helps them just open up to it? Because I find sometimes working with my clients, some of them are a little bit resistant. Yeah. There's a bit, sometimes we have to push through.
So usually the bosses that are reaching out are really reaching out because they need some help. Yeah. You'll get people in the environment, like some of the team that are like, nope, I'm not going to do this. And I've seen some like middle managers that are like, nope, I'm not going to do that. Well, usually peer pressure brings them in to do it, and setting really clear expectations. Like, here's where we want to go with this. And I promise you're at the end of the day, if you just hang with me, you're going to end up having fun. And this is not going to be stressful. Like, I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not doing your performance review. So come along with me and let's have some fun. That eases the nerves a little. And I think that's important for anyone who's facilitating a workshop is you got to let people be themselves. Mike? Yeah.
And going outside of you, like going to a third party, it's the same thing when I sit down and coach a family with finance. Well, my husband's, but no, look, man, you're a husband. She don't want you talking about money to her. Like, let me do it. Because I'm probably going to say the same thing both of y'all are saying, but I don't have to stay here and live with her every day like you do. Right. And it's the same principle. It's like, hey, let an outsider who's objective, who's skilled and trained in this, to come in and just be objectively helpful. I mean, that's why we go outside, right? That's why people like you, because you're not over here. You have no agenda. You don't know these people, right? And so do you see that folks, when you inject humor and the culture starts to improve, first of all, how long does it take typically? Give me an example of who you work with, but how long does it take? Do you come in for a day? Do you come in for a week, month? Like, how long does it take to really change a culture so it is more efficient and more happy?
Well, a workshop is just a half a day, but that's just a one-time event. And working and following up with the leaders afterwards, that's where the key is, making yourselves available to do that. So it really depends on the organization. The true thing is to look in the mirror and accept that they need help. And from there, I just customize it and I coach them, and or have the workshop that they need, and I'm there for them 100%. And again, I'm not their boss, so I'm honest. So I tell the boss, hey, I need permission to be totally honest with you about what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from your team, and they're up with it. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you tend to work more with bigger companies, or do you work with all sizes of companies, including small ones?
Yeah. Right now, my niche is smaller companies that have smaller teams. Like the last one I did was maybe 20 managers in one group. And that's a great size to work with. There's another group that I'm working with, and I'm just working with their middle managers, and I'm coaching them along and helping them with their own self-assessment. So that's more one-on-one. But there's nothing like getting a group of about 10 to 20 people together and just having a good old-fashioned improv jam to just rock their worlds. And it's fun, and it's super easy. People can get away for a half a day.
We just had a great idea from the back room. Thank you, Lion. Can you do an example with me and Mike? Can we be your test?
Oh, I might have to ask my husband to come and join. He's my improv mate. He's probably like, oh, hell no. You did not just say that. Sweetie.
Oh, no. He's over. He's probably watching the game or something. Oh, man,
no.
Don't tell him.
I said, you need to be here now. I need you to have my back. So now maybe you can delay.
We will blame Lion for putting you on the spot. He came up with it, although it's a great idea.
Yeah, I can tell you how it really works. And you ask the audience for a one-word suggestion, and then you just go. Yeah. Randy said improv mate. That sounds, Oh, here he is. Look, he's mad at me now. Look at that. Okay. So now this is my husband, Mono. Can you get in there? And I met him at our first level 1 improv class. And we just ended up getting married after all that. And yeah.
Hey.
So they obviously made each other laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they said they wanted to do it with us or anything like that.
Oh yeah, they want to do an improv scene with us.
Oh sure.
Yeah, isn't that what you meant?
Yeah.
Ryan, yes, okay, one word. What do we have?
Are we saying one word, or are you saying?
No. There's one in this a suggestion. How about hello family?
Hello family. That's good.
That's good. All right. Well,
Mike, off you go. Volunteer you first.
So we're gonna go see the family, huh?
Please don't wear that shirt you wear every single time. Do not wear the Hawaiian shirt.
But it has my name on it, baby. Mono. Okay. It represents who I am.
You know, my mom only expects tuxedos when we come to dinner.
I look fat and like a penguin, and I don't like wearing it.
Oh no, dear. It just makes me look skinnier.
See,
you just make stuff up, and then you just have fun.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? He's like, you owe me a drink now, baby.
As long as she looks skinny,
yeah.
that's all I like.
That's right. See, he knows.
First of all, you're a hell of a guy. Okay, say bravo to this guy. Yeah, go healthy marriage. Number 2, where the hell has improv been my whole life? Why am I just now learning about this? I was made for that. I'm a circus monkey. What is this? Somebody help me here.
We got a word for you. You can start practicing now. Mark has a disco. There you go. Off you go.
Oh,
disco. I'm not going to try that.
Yeah, there you go. Mike, we're going to the disco.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my my skinny jeans on and I'll be right there. How about that?
See how easy
Do I need
that
to
is?
bring my own? Yeah, do I need to bring my own ball or do you all have your own disco ball?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And remember the last time though when we went to the disco, you had to stay away from the the bottle.
What
Keep
the hell is
going.
happening?
Keep going, Christine. Next.
Well, when I love the disco, we gotta have a little bit in the hand to make it a party time. So it's all about dress up and start getting the boogie on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not yeah, but yeah, and every time we went with those bottles, I would come back home not feeling well, and I ended up putting on a flannel shirt and this hat that looked camouflage, and people couldn't see me.
You're just bringing out your true self. It's okay. We can all be our true self. Sometimes we need a little bit to bring out our true self. Yeah, even the
Yes,
hat and the
and.
camera.
Yes,
Perfect.
and
You chose the wrong word. What, disco? Look, really? Disco? If you said outhouse, if you said outhouse or throwing rocks around for no reason, I'd be all over that shit. So
that's fantastic.
man, that's fun. So this is what you this is what you lead with. You center all your coaching around this kind of thing.
I a lot of it.
Really?
And then I say, okay, yes, and how is that different than what you're doing in your work life? And how can that concept help make things better? And then they connect. How can listening, what's happening with listening right now in your workplace? It's probably yes, but, right? The meeting, people are interjecting. How can it be better? And people just get it.
Wow. Now, here's what kills me. So thank God you did this because you retired after 40 years of hard work. Why did you not just sit back and flip the light switch on and off and watch some TV and go do improv on your own? What prompted you to start a business, which is kind of crazy for most of us when you didn't really have to? And what motivated you to keep going?
We still got kids in college.
Oh, well,
That's a good reason. Hey, bring him back.
He reminds me of that on a regular basis. You know what? I just like helping people. And working in a corporation, you're doing what you're told to do. Now I have people reaching out that really want help, and it fills my bucket to no end. I didn't want to get 10 more years down the road and like have the kids out of college and really be ready to go and then go like, oh shit, I could have helped so many more people. Had it. Because you can't, regret sucks. Like if you can do something about it, do something about it now.
And you get to have fun helping people. Like this sounds like a really fun job. Yeah. We get to go and be ourselves, get people to just think on their feet, have freedom to express themselves, be more in the moment. What's not to love about it?
Yeah. And you know what? I don't have to have a script either. I just know kind of what kind of concepts I want to talk about. And then everyone in the group, they lead it themselves. I just follow along.
Okay. What about the stick in the mud? What about the guy? There's always that guy or woman, right? That I don't want to be here. I got stuff to do, blah, blah, blah. And they're resisting this, even though, you should have fun. How do you handle those?
Yeah. And I had a real bummer in one of the workshops. And this also had some director reports in the room. I set expectations, and then I let peer pressure take over. So I said, okay, whoever's up doing their thing. Okay, now each of you pick whoever's going to take your place. Inevitably, the peer pressure, they pointed at that guy, and he's now up there up front. And, even if he looked like a stick in the mud, it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to get comfortable with not being perfect, comfortable with looking a little foolish, comfortable with suddenly not knowing what to say. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's there. They got your back. It's all good. Mistakes are gifts. And I'm here to help you look good.
And I think we can use that idea in business as well. Whatever business we're in, mistakes are gifts. Yeah. They don't feel good always. We might feel a little bit embarrassed. We might feel a little bit judgmental of ourselves, but they are inevitably gifts to us to move forward.
Yeah, think of all the things that people don't do because they're afraid of making a mistake.
Yeah.
Wow. If we give them permission to make mistakes and actually invite them to make a mistake, man, they'll feel free.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about freedom and taking ourselves a little bit less serious because it's just life. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here in the playground, which is fun. If we want to make it fun, it's a lot of fun. I know it comes with a lot of challenges, life, but it's also a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Hey, real quick, speaking of fun, you just described the hounds. So, hey, anybody in the hounds, hey, there's new people here. Say hounds, okay? Because they hear it from me. Of course, I'm going to say the hounds is great. Go talk to somebody else, right? Get the real skibby, because that's what it is. We have really high-level, highly licensed people in here, and they have an expectation. So they spend like 12 hours of their day being professional, being this, being rigid, being whatever. And it really gets old. And even entrepreneurs, right? Even people, I know attorneys that come to mind. They own their own business, but they have to be this person. And that's a real hard place to be. And that's what the hounds is really good, because you don't have to be anything, right? Behind closed doors, you can be yourself, and we can level up, push each other up. And that's what you do for corporations. You take all that, just human nature and crap and bureaucracy, and you put it aside for a minute, and you connect. Belonging. Do you find that corporations don't really, a lot of them, they just lost that belonging, like that sense of community inside the workplace? Is that really what happens when people let go and they get to know each other at a heart level and a personal level? Does it improve business?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when people are more brave and they're more honest and transparent, they're going to collaborate. And my gosh, if I knew I was in a room with people who only cared about making me successful and I care about them being successful, nobody's going to compete to say, hey, I got the scorecard, and if you do worse than me, then I do better than you, then I win. That's the corporate stuff that really, I personally, it's no fun.
I have an idea for the hounds. I think within the community, you should be doing some improv classes for us all, and we can all show up on Zoom and we can do improv together.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mike.
We'll put that up for the networking.
Yeah, we can plan something, a virtual one.
Yeah.
Oh, only if I get to pre-approve the words. All right. So none of the disco.
No more disco, say.
Yeah, you gotta put some redneck stuff in there, and I can be okay. All right.
But that's the whole point. This is the whole point, Mike. It's supposed to be impromptu. You do not get the words beforehand. Yeah, you just gotta roll with it.
Yeah, but CJ's over there, and she's gonna throw words at me to make everybody laugh, But hey, this is great. This is why laughter. I mean, you just hit the nail on the head. Oftentimes, working a job is for working with people you don't like. And when you don't like somebody, it gets rigid, it gets crappy. And this is what I love about what you do. You're bringing it back, and it's bottom line. People, if a company invests in you, they're going to get the monetary returns back, right? That's what people need to understand. It's not just, well, we got some money in the budget, we'll hire, a coach to make people happy for a little bit. This is long, because I have people in the same company you work through. I've worked with them. They were hounds, and they do some really transformational stuff. And have you ever really, did you realize, did you help a leader? Do you do any one-on-one coaching at all? Did you ever notice, because I know some folks that kind of do what you have done, and when they work with that leader one-on-one, everything else seems to magnify, right? Have you noticed that when the leader really starts to get involved and really see the value of what you're doing, the whole organization can be transformed?
Oh, absolutely. And you can definitely get the rest of the group to buy in more. And you can be that voice of reason to the leader, because I'm going to be really honest and I'm going to be really transparent. And when you're saying the bottom line, Mike, Christine, if you could just get one less person to quit because they feel safe and feel valued, there's your ROI right there.
Yep. Because people are chasing 50-cent raises. And that's why I did my workshop. I told them, I said, it's a free, if people were focused on their job and happy and not on their money or problems or, they hate your culture, it goes better. I mean, it's common sense, but there's data behind it. I mean, we got Level Up over here. CJ knows. She's got a pie chart for everything. Go ask her. But how have you noticed that? Do you have more resistance, or is it easier to work at the top levels or like supervisor levels? Like, what do you enjoy the most, and what do you see? Like, what makes the fastest change? Is it working with frontline supervisors or mid-level, or is it upper level, or do you just love them all?
Well, I love them all. I love the person who actually has the budget to pay. That's always a good thing.
That's important.
That is important. And when you work with the middle line supervisors, what I get a lot out of that is they have so much appreciation because they've kind of been forgotten about. People spend a lot of time sucking up to the big boss, a lot of time trying to help the front line. But those middle managers, those middle leaders, they're just like, it's a pressure cooker, coming down from the top, coming up from the bottom. And they're just like, no one cares about me.
And I forgot to ask this question. I should have asked this an hour ago. How did you even get into improv? I might have missed it because I had some technical issues with my mic, but what where did this come from? And because I don't hear a lot of people doing what you do, especially in the corporate setting is. So how did this come about? And how did you know that it would actually work in a corporate setting? Because it could have went real bad, right? Could have been like, oh, that was a stupid idea. So how did you, A, love improv, and then B, have the courage to go try it out?
So I did a lot of leadership facilitation, and I went to a class, and part of that class was, hey, let's practice improv, and this can help you. And at that moment, I totally fell in love, just like I fell in love with my husband at the first day of class. I'm telling you, it just made sense. Yeah, love. It made sense. And then when you practice it with other business people and people that have like, I don't know, that the reason everyone takes improv is so different. Some people are like, I work by myself all day. Somebody else is like, I want to be better at my job. My husband's like, I just want to meet chicks. Like, everybody has a different reason. And when you bring it to business, everybody has a place there. And I love the belonging that it does.
Oh my gosh. Define success for yourself. That is,
Exactly.
and that's my calling card, man. We've been told to do this, be that, get a job, pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. And we're so sick of it. And you are a testament to that. You worked, you paid your dues, you did it. And now you're enjoying life and you're making extra income for them college kids, right? And your husband's there. So, real quick, on a balanced life, what is because we only got a few minutes. I can tell you're happy. And I think that says a lot, right? If you have a crappy home life, you're probably going to be kind of crappy at business, right? If your business is suffering, you're going to be kind of crappy at home. I've been there. I ain't gonna lie. The whole last year has been just up and down. Mm-hmm. So what is your advice? Let me go ahead and hit this question. I'll let Christine in. Well, if someone just feels stuck in all areas, right? Like, they just don't know what to do. They retired and now what? Or they hate what they're doing now. They just don't like it, but they don't have the courage to go out and try something. What's your advice to them? What's the baby step? What's the first thing they can do to start unsticking themselves when it comes to being happy in life and business?
That's a great question. Are you taking a stab or Christine, or you want me to?
You go.
You know what? I say honestly, there's not really a balance in life. It's a teeter-totter. And sometimes you got to give more for the family. Sometimes you got to give more for the work. But being there and being at the right place at the right time, it. You feel it in your heart. For me, I felt in my heart that I had done what I had planned to do and I'm meant for more. And I think that's what happens for people that are stuck. Once they realize that they're meant for more, it just happens. It falls into place. You can manifest it. There's so many ways you can say it, but just to know you're meant for more, and every one of the hounds is meant for more.
Yeah.
But
that's beautiful.
Hey, real quick, that was the most powerful thing that I caught you off guard with. Like, that right there sealed the deal. We hear balance and we think everything's got to be 20% in every category. And you just gave us all permission to be messed up a little bit and start that teeter-totter, because sometimes you have to be full blown, right? You're going to skip dinner, but not every day. That's unhealthy. And sometimes you need more time with your family. And I love that, well, you're not living a balanced life. Well, who the hell really is? It's the
Right.
intention to keep trying to improve these areas, right? And that's what you help with.
But also, I think there's a key other message in there, and I love what you guys were saying is find what makes you happy, find what makes you joyful, find what makes you laugh, and bring more of that into your life and your business the best you can. And that might be one step at a time until we really get clear on our, who we are and how we want to show up, because it's also an inside job, yeah, when we want to be happy. So it's the two together. So I love that. That's a beautiful place to end. And I just want to say, for anyone who's here, who's not a part of the Hounds, you should come, because we're going to be running improv classes very soon with Becky running them. And
my
it's going to be
co-host.
fun.
Yeah. And Becky, thank you so much. This was really fun. And your husband, man, he needs to host next week. Man, we got to get him back up there. This was a lot of fun. Where can folks find you? Where's the best way for them to find you? Is it LinkedIn? Is it, you got a website? Where can folks go to learn more? Because I know they want to.
Yeah, LinkedIn is a great place. I have a website. It's Rentzel-Galaviz leadership.com. But you can find that from my LinkedIn profile. And seriously, like, hit me up if you have any questions, any messages. I am super responsive, or I try to be anyway. And anyone that loves to know more about improv, I love you already. Okay, so yeah, you know where to find me.
Oh, that's definitely what
right.
we're going to do for the next networking event in the Hounds.
Yeah, thank you for that brilliance. Thank you for your time. Everybody in the comments, Chris, Level Up Academy. We had Mark Reed over there. Oh, man, it was a blast today. So I hope you guys got something out of it. And again, reach out. We're blowing up, man. We're all about just pushing up good people. You see these folks that we're surrounded by. Hey, go out there, have some fun. And by the way, we just forgot Mr. Lion. Where's Mr. Lion at? There he is.
I'm right here.
Mr. Lion, do you have any final thought? Lion's final thoughts, man. What you got for us?
I was actually just looking at her webpage. I was just bringing that up, looking at her webpage. But yeah. So let me come back so you guys can see me regular. Final thoughts. I love that. Yeah, my final thoughts for everyone is to remember to Andreas lentamente. That's Italian for go slowly, right? Stop worrying about the fast pace. Take a cup of coffee. That's what we say. Drink a cup of coffee, take a sip, and just relax, enjoy life. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
look, that's my final.
And there's your
It's our
coffee
website,
shop. I
definitely.
love it. That looks great, that website.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What you and
great.
your wife are doing there. Wow. Yum.
Yay.
But I'm not
These
even a
are
coffee
products.
drinker. Yeah.
All right, go. Hey, get with Mark Reed. Go. I bet the shipping's more than the coffee, isn't it? You think so?
No, shipping is free in the U.S.
Hey, okay. Well, we got to get Mark over here in the U.S. because we got a Hounds retreat we're planning up in late summer or early fall. We got a lot of things cooking, guys. So, hey, shameless but well-deserved plug. Get into the pack. All right. Find out. This is amazing. I love the people here. Thank you all so much. And by the way, Lion, thank you for doing all the background work. Thank you for doing video coursework in the Hounds. Man, we're just leveling up like wildfire. So I appreciate all you guys. Mark Reed, me and you in skinny jeans, brother. Yes, absolutely, man. We will do the disco. And we'll find out if there's a regulation size disco ball. I don't know if there's different sizes or not. But hey, I'll go Google that. And Barbara, thank you so much again for joining us and for helping us and sharing your talents. Hey, go hit us up, man. Hounds of Business on LinkedIn. Send us a message. We will take care of you and we'll bring you in. So everybody have a good week. Next week, rockstar guy Ron Douglas built $41 million businesses on purpose. All right, so don't miss this one, guys. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a good evening. Thank y'all for stopping by. Be sure to follow, share, and like, and send me a message if you have